She's up before sunrise, coffee in her hand, boots by the back door tending the land. Kids still sleeping, house ice cold, but she still sings strong and bold. She folds the laundry, clears the plates, smiles through another never-ending day, and somehow even laughs at my jokes, like back in the day when we both chain smoked. I see the miracle in front of me. She's our roots, the rain in our family tree. She never asks for praise or song, just loves her family and carries on. I haven't been the best of men, but I pray the Lord with both these hands. May I give her all she's meant, 'cause I've come to know she's heaven sent. She's patched my pride, she's prayed me through, held me steady when I split in two. She hides her hurt behind I'm fine, and gives a family hope like it's divine. Kids don't know the weight she bears, the meals, the math, and all the school fairs, but I see her through every quiet win, every sacrifice she's buried in. I see the miracle in front of me. She's a heart of this home, the air that I breathe. Never once she said this is too much, just led with a smile and the most loving touch. I haven't been the best of men, but I'd walk through fire to make amends. May I lift her up and be that gem, 'cause I've come to know she's heaven sent. Never forget, the kind you remember with lifelong regret. I heard her praying when she thought I was gone, whispering to God just to keep her strong. This miracle standing in front of me, wearing my old t-shirt and torn blue jeans. She's my morning light and evening star, the reason love lives where we are. I ain't been the best of men, but I love her deep, and we'll try again, 'cause I finally figured out I wanna be that gent without any regrets. She truly is heaven sent. I hope she hears these words I need to share, 'cause life without her is more than I could bear.
Sweetie. We're going live and I'm shooing the cat away. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Carrie Kohan's Mystic Compass. Glenn and I are in the house tonight. Glenn is in the control room. He'll be popping out here in a second, I'm sure. And we have a really amazing show yet again. We're going to be doing live readings. I've been looking at your questions already and tuning into you. I thought that the song at the opening, it's another song that I wrote and Glenn produced and composed. It's on our album, which is Mystic Compass Volume 1. You can get it everywhere. We'll talk about that later. But I thought that opening song was so appropriate for many of you in the chat. You know, it's a real heartache song. So, yeah, thank you for showing up. Glenn, are you in the house? He's coming.
Hey, Carrie. How's it going tonight? How are you this evening? Things going okay?
Doing really good. Really, really good.
So we have a little bit of a country theme going on, don't we? We got some country music in the house here, and we got some exciting things happening during our show tonight. At least one exciting thing happening. We'll get to that a little bit later. But first, as Carrie mentioned,
Mhm.
If you do have a question to ask, Carrie does free readings on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So please feel free to put your question in the chat. We'll try to get through as many as we can throughout the show today. So type your question, let us know where you're from, and we will get to some questions a little bit later on. Please consider, though, economic, financial, medical kind of advice questions. Those are probably not appropriate for a public forum. So if you do want some more detailed information, you can book a session with Carrie. 45 minutes will change your life.
Absolutely. I literally have, well, I can't really talk about cures or miracles or anything like that here, but witnessed a lot in my time. So if you are having any medical issues, best to book a 45-minute session with me and we will go in depth, take a look at it, because we know that everything starts up here and then it manifests down here. So if you want to reverse it, you got to reverse this way of thinking. Okay. So, and we have great news. I am just on my
wait. Just wait. So eager.
I know.
Oh, it is almost that time. We have great news. What's our great news, Carrie?
We're going to be on the radio. Yeah. This is so exciting. So this radio station is actually a series of, I think, 4 radio stations, Wind Speakers radio network. And they picked up 2 of our songs, possibly 3, looking at the 3rd. So 2 of our songs, one is going to be playing tonight for the first time live on the Alberta Country Showcase. So exciting.
It is exciting. Yes, CFWE FM. If you type that into your chat, or maybe Tammy's going to put the link there in chat there for you to tune in. And as soon as it goes live, it is supposed to go live within the next hour. So Tammy is monitoring that in the background. And when it goes live, we are going to go live. We're going to go right to the radio station and play it and listen to it for the first time with you guys. We want to celebrate this with you, our community, because without you guys, we would not be anywhere near here. So thank you for being part of this experience with us.
Well, I got to tell you, I wouldn't be anywhere near here had I not met you and Tammy, because all of a sudden we're writing music and we're getting, podcasts going and everything. In 5 weeks, I've written 7, 8, 9 songs, 10 songs. And you composed and produced 7 of them. And then we created the album. We did, and how many songs have you written? You did the opening song, Carrie. You did Guide Us to the Light, is it? Guide Us
to a Brighter Light.
Guide Us to a Brighter Light. Love that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you've written a whole album pretty much on your own as well. That's coming out.
Yeah, I've got a couple more out there, and one of them is kind of parodies. I was a big fan of Weird Al growing up, and wearing this hat is not really homage to Weird Al, but no. I really like the humor. I like the funny components of songs sometimes. So I put a few together and working on a country album. I know Carrie's working on more music as well. I'm working on a country album, and as soon as that's out, I'll let you guys know as well. But yeah, it is, Carrie's been an inspiration with her lyrics, just wonderful lyrics. And on that note, stay tuned to the Mystic Compass, because we have something planned. We won't get into specifics, Carrie, but it's going to be exciting, isn't it?
It is. It's very exciting. We got so much news for everyone. Yeah. And big successes, like things are really starting to flow. It's quite exciting. So anyways, what have we got on the agenda today? Let's share.
Well, as we know in Alberta right now, if you're familiar with Alberta and Calgary, they have their big rodeo cowboy event down there, and that's happening right now. Yeah, the Stampede. And again, how fitting it is that, our song is on a country radio station during the Stampede, when maybe a lot of people are tuning in to the radio station. It might be a pretty big audience hearing it. So excited about that.
So. Yeah, I think so. And this station is actually Aboriginal radio, Aboriginal country radio. And being Métis, Cree no jib. I couldn't ask for a better place, to start our. Oh, and did we tell you that the Celtic song on our album is also picked up by a Celtic radio station? And so they're going to let us know when that's going to be going out. They've added it to their playlist as well. Okay,
All right.
so
And just to finish off with a musical note, because we want to thank you guys out in the community, those of you that watch our channel and enjoy the music and are sharing the music either on your social media or maybe blaring it out in public, maybe when you're walking, maybe when you're shopping, maybe when you're dancing, or maybe even when you're driving, right?
Could that be someone?
Watch this.
Yeah.
Watch this. Yes, look at that. Kaylee out on the road.
Yep, Pippi.
Doesn't she look so wonderful in that bright yellow amongst the canola out in the fields?
We love her. Yeah, she was actually playing that song. I think she was in line at the grocery store or something, and she had it playing out loud. And a guy stopped her and went, "Oh my gosh, what song is that? I love that." And so she's been sharing our music everywhere. And again, that's from the album The Mystic Compass. Look it up anywhere you find music, and you'll find it.
Should be in a lot of places, but of course, if you're on, an Apple product user, you'd find it on Apple or iTunes. If you're on Google or an Android, you can get it on Spotify. You can get it on Amazon Music, a lot of places, but just type in The Mystic Compass and you should see the album and all the different songs. Even on YouTube, you can play it on YouTube Music as well. And every single play you guys make for us will help us out just a little bit more. So thank you, Kaylee.
We get paid 0.008 cents. So play it a lot, please. And isn't this wonderful? Our community. I just flippin' love our community. A lot of you guys were in our workshop this weekend, Freedom Masters workshop, and I've seen all of your comments through chat. So thank you. My gosh, it was an amazing, amazing time, wasn't it? Life-changing. And the music, we played it during the intermissions and rest times, and people were going outside. Kaylee, she'd go barefoot into her backyard, and she was just dancing. So it was a lot of fun. Yeah, our community is really growing.
Well, since you brought up the workshop, do you have an update for us? I know you've been heavily editing and busy and getting ready to put this out for the people that were there that want to access it. Where are you at right now, Carrie?
So it's 2 sections of video, 9 hours each. I got the first one down to, I think it's 6 hours. I cut quite a bit out. It was just ums and ahs and, technical stuff. So I did an all-nighter 2 nights ago, and I've got half of it edited, a lot of images put into it. So I've got the other half to do. And let's see, today's Wednesday. So I would say midweek, a week today, I'll have it completely finished and ready for anyone else that wants to buy it. $50 Canadian. It's cheap like borscht. And this course changes your life, doesn't it, everyone? It's they couldn't believe the price. I said, normally it's $1,797, $1,797 American. And I kept hearing give it away. So I put it at $50 thinking there would be hundreds and, a huge crowd that would come for it. And I was really surprised when it wasn't. And then we had this most spiritual experience. We had the best experience. And Spirit basically came and said, don't worry about how many people are in the group, the right ones, the chosen ones as such. We're all chosen. I believe everyone on this planet is chosen. But it was like they handpicked the group that we had because it was dynamic. The energy was so incredible. So, yeah.
And again, you said 18 hours of video there for $50. And
Hmm.
You know, we have proof as well that it was a life-changing experience, like Hammer Bammers has said and Pamela has said here,
Hmm.
because one of the things you ask people to do is to take a before and after picture, right? Maybe kind
Yeah.
of explain this next slide that's going to come up.
By the way, Hammer Bammer, Pamela, all the rest of the group, we only received one so far finished before and after picture, and that was from Kaylee again. And it goes to show you when people come into the workshop, they look lovely, but there's tension around the mouth, around the chin. You can see it, the eyes, tension. And by the end of 2 days, all that weight, all that stuff that you've been carrying for so long is lifted up. You're free. Look at her glowing in the after picture. It's absolutely incredible. And I have literally thousands of these where people have come in before picture and then the after. So I was a little loosey goosey with this one. I was so preoccupied with all the technical stuff that I forgot to actually remind everyone to take the after picture. But Kaylee remembered, and what a beautiful shot. So everyone that did attend, if you can take an after picture, and I know you're still going to be glowing. In fact, I had an appointment with one of you. You had paid for a session and came for a session today. And I don't know if you want me to name you or not. You go ahead and put it in the chat if you'd like. But that was what you were saying was, you'd gone to other courses and it was like a sunburn effect. You felt really great for a little while and then burnt out. It kind of peters out. And I call this, it's not a sunburn effect, right? It's like, it's not even suntan. It's permanent. You literally have let go of so much that it's there. And you can feel it in your heart and your soul. You've changed. You're a different person. It's not like hyped up, right? Yeah. So everyone took a before picture, but did you take the after picture, Pamela? That's what we need. After pictures. Very good.
And Hello says, I wanted to take the course, but I was unable to attend on Saturday. Well, Carrie, I mean, even if you couldn't attend, it is still so extremely valuable, even watching the videos that you put up, isn't it?
Yeah. So I used to work with Tony Robbins. Most of you guys know that. And I was business partners with him. And back in the day, in the early 90s, he had a video-based program. He was ahead of his time. So we owned the franchise for Winnipeg and Vancouver. And it was a big screen that we had in our auditorium, our business. And like 100 people would come in and we would play this 2-day long unlimited power UPW weekend workshop. But Tony would be talking from this big screen to everyone as if he was in the room. And so that's what I did as well. I spoke to everyone as if they're sitting in the room. So when you do the online workshop, yes, it's pre-recorded, right, with another group, but you do the exercises, you stop and you let you give yourself time to write every exercise. You stop it and you speak out loud your answers, how you're feeling, and then you watch and listen to all the other responses. And I'm sure you can relate to a lot of them. And it'll be as life-changing for you watching it after the fact, because it's all energy, isn't it? Right?
And I can say, I mean, I had a chance to pop in and meet, at least briefly, everyone on Sunday, I believe it was. And boy, what brightness, what energy, positivity. Everyone was so excited. They were smiling. You could just feel those 31 people just vibrating in a positive way. And then to see the after effects with the picture and with the video from Kaylee. Holy smokes, what a life-changing experience for Kaylee. She's vibrant, she's shining, she's smiling, she's dancing. And you always say, Carrie, get up and dance. And that's what Kaylee was doing in that video in the car there.
Oh, yeah. All of them, everyone that attended, totally different people from when they arrived. Mary and Jeff and Lynn and, everyone. Yeah.
I saw Pamela smiling a lot. I saw our friend from New Zealand, Lynn, wasn't on the video, but I can still feel that, she was smiling and getting a lot out of this. And
They all
Holy
were
smokes.
stepping into their power. They were
Yeah.
literally reaching up and bringing it into them. Yeah, it was beautiful. Anyways, that's enough about the workshop. It was really great though. So thank you everyone that attended. And if you still are interested in kind of kicking yourself that you weren't there, don't worry. It's still only $50. We will be raising the price on it. You know, I think I'll bring it up to 99 minimum, and for the online course. I mean, you look at any other online course like this, 2-day long, it's $299, $399, right? So it's still a deal at 99 at this point.
All
But
right. Well, we started at mention Kaylee. We're going to finish at mentioning Kaylee. We're going to read her comment here. It's been so life-changing and amazing. Carrie will change your life, and it's also inspiring, and you will find your sparkle and life purpose. Thank you, Carrie. I haven't stopped dancing since the weekend. Keep dancing to your music.
Love it.
There you
Love
go.
it, honey. You did really well. Everyone did. Gosh.
All right. You ready to move on?
Yes, please.
Okay. So again, Tammy is monitoring the country radio station right now, waiting for our music to come on. It should come on before 8 p.m. Mountain. It is on a segment called Alberta Showcase of new songs, new talent in the Alberta region. So once that comes on, we'll stop whatever we're doing and we'll go directly to that. But Carrie, I thought we were talking last night and we were watching some videos and we saw something that was kind of interesting that we felt we needed to address tonight based on the video yesterday. And that had to do with the EpiPen and do-wah, diddy-do. We had to kind of put a bow on this, didn't we?
Yeah. So we talked about it at great length yesterday. And if you haven't watched that show, I would watch it. It's probably one of the best podcasts I think we've done to date. It was really filled with love and hope. And that's what we need more of right now. But we were watching another show last night and it was a truth bomb. I mean, this was news that I've never heard. Have you ever heard, Glenn?
No, this was the first for me. So let me play this clip. It's about a minute and a half. Yep. And I think your jaw is going to drop a little bit with the information given here. And it's just basically another perspective on what we were talking about yesterday about what might be really going on. So I want to shout out the video. And again, you know how we look for confirmation, Carrie, and everything. And you've had so much over the weekend about what we're doing right here. Well, this video by a guy named MonkeyWorks US, he sells a product that he just put out yesterday on the video called Mystic Monkey Coffee.
Mystic Monkey. Oh my gosh. And we're Mystic Compass. Yep.
So again, like you said with the Steve Martin clip, you got to be slapped in the face to realize what's going on. We are getting so much confirmation that to continue doing what we're doing. So here is the clip. It's about a minute and a half, and then Carrie will come back and decode it.
I have something to say over this as well. This tells me that our government is beyond fixing, right? The fact that you can show us redacted lists of clients and then have the audacity to come out and tell us that he didn't have any clients, I mean, give me a break. All right. He didn't blackmail anybody. No, he didn't have to. He probably was working for some other agency. They were the ones doing the blackmail. All right. And he definitely didn't kill himself. Look, I'm just going to full disclosure here. The White House contacted me after he didn't kill himself and asked me for flight data. All right. That I provided. Okay. And then to go beyond that, they actually gave me launch lat of his location, right? And you're talking down just north of Caracas up to where he was after he didn't kill himself. So for them to come out and say this, you talk about just, I'm speechless. Look, let's just say he.
I think we can leave it there. We got kind of the message there. So this is a guy that tracks airplanes flying around because that's all public information. He's got a program and tracks all these flight logs. And he got contacted directly by the White House with this information.
Yeah.
So
I was saying, I hope he's around for a while yet, because that was a huge truth bomb. You know, he called them out. It's on. It's on. Okay.
It's
Oh my
on.
God.
All right. Well, there it is. Okay. Let me bring it up here. Give me 1 second.
I'm talking
And
apparently. Oh, come on, Glenn. Speaker, radio network. Ah, you missed the intro. Get up and
you're
dance.
live on CFWEFM.
I was pulled beneath the silent tide. My heart beat lost, no place to hide. But in the dark I saw bits of gold. Heard a gentle whisper, so ancient and bold. I was falling fast, no wings to break. My soul was tired, about to forsake. But in that silence you came to me, a voice that said, let's set you free. You're not done, there's more to give. And
There it
in
is.
that
Look at the
breath,
title.
I chose to live. From the depths I rose again, bathed in truth, was free.
Should be both of us.
Now healing in love and light, guiding me through the endless night. Your wounds are sacred, forged in flames. You came through fire, now speak my name. You held my heart when all was lost. Your love's triumphant when no fear or cause. If ever I fall, you lift me high. Together we soar, just you and I. From the depths we both ascend, where brokenness ends and life begins. No more guilt, no more shame, just love and light and a holy name. So if you're sinking, I'll hold you tight, and we'll lift you up into the light. From the depths I rose again, bathed in truth, washed free of pain. Scars now healing in love and light, guiding me through the endless night. Your wounds are sacred, forged in flames. You came through fire, now speak my name. You held my heart when all was lost. Your love's triumphant when no fear or cause. If ever I fall, you lift me high. Together we soar, just you and I.
All right. Well,
Wowee.
that was exciting
Oh my
on
God.
the radio.
Have you ever seen someone and they hear their song for the first time played on the radio and you think, oh, what would that feel like? Have you ever had that thought when you see someone have that experience?
Not personally, no.
Oh, I did a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I remember watching the movie La Bamba, and they heard their song on the radio first time and they were freaking out in the car, you know. And I remember thinking, I'd like that feeling. I'm not a songwriter. I don't know. I would never feel that way. And then it was every time I'd see something like that, I go, wow, that must be really a great sensation, you know? And here we had it. How beautiful is that? So I wrote the song and Glenn composed and produced it. Oh, my goodness. And that is the first of 3 or 4 songs that have been picked up now. If Ever I Fall, let's not say goodbye, and From Where the River Meets the Sky, and what was the other one? I Remember Me. Oh, I love that song. In fact, who was it that wrote me today? I had so many emails today. Nicoletta. I think it was Nicoletta. Was it Nicoletta that wrote me and said that you cry every time you hear the song? No, I don't think it was Nicoletta. Anyways, I'll have to look in. And someone was listening to our song, I Remember Me. He said, every time I hear it, it brings tears to my eyes. And I thought, oh, Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. And Karen is in the house. Hey there. She's saying, I'm here. I'm there. Hi there. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, beautiful. That was quite the moment there, and we got it on video. So forever, we can always look back and say, "Hey, we just happened to be doing our podcast at the same time that our song was on the radio." So
Yeah.
cheers to Carrie. Cheers to our community for again
Cheers to
keeping
you.
us going, supporting us, helping spread the word, the music, the message, the light, the love. So thank you guys in the community. Like I said, you guys. I've always been a community-driven person, and when Carrie and I started, we both said, you know what, we gotta emphasize our community because again, we're nothing without them. So thank you guys for helping us out there.
I also want to say thank you to all those that last week we were saying we really want to move past the algorithms of the other two stations, the other two social medias, especially that censor a lot, and so immediately you guys were sharing us on Facebook and on X and Instagram. Oh gosh, LinkedIn. There were some on LinkedIn. So thank you because you're helping us get out there, and that's what we need. We've been shadow, the banning of shadows, we'll say, and we've had that a lot. So you guys are really helping. Thanks, Nicoletta. Yeah, thumbs up to you, hon. Yeah, so please share us. Please also remember to follow. It doesn't cost you anything to follow or like. Just do that for us. That also helps us a lot. Okay.
So just finishing the thoughts with the EpiPen, that video. Just another perspective that, who that is supposed to not be alive right now. He got word that person is alive and right from the White House. So take it for what it's worth. You can't believe everything you hear. However, he's got some pretty good connections. He's got a big following, and
huge.
It was pretty brave of him to come forward and to put that out there.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well, that's what I thought. I thought, he just dropped the biggest truth bomb. If you're just coming in right now, it was Monkey Works is his name, and he tracks all the flights around the world. And so the White House actually was asking for his help in looking at where EpiPen was living, right, where he dropped off, and they wanted to see if there was any flight patterns going either to or from where he was at. They wanted to make sure his activity was being monitored outside of their own, I guess. And so they gave him the coordinates, and they told him they basically told him he's alive and this is where he's at. Right.
Well, again, we will continue to keep our monitor that situation. Carrie, again, because it is time sensitive, I know we were talking about workshops and all that other stuff, but just like in a minute, very quickly, because this is the second last chance we'll have here. You've got another amazing workshop coming up on Saturday with your friend Kelly. Maybe just very quickly, for those that have not heard about this workshop yet, go through it.
Okay, so
Oh, you're on mute. You clicked the mute there, young lady. You're still on mute. Did you unplug the cord? Happened as soon as you reached down to grab whatever you grabbed there. It just went on mute. All right. Well, maybe try leaving the studio and coming back in. See if that fixes things. So go re-click that link, and in the meantime, we will await Carrie to come back. There we go. So Carrie has just left. If you have questions for Carrie, we are going to get to the free readings very, very shortly here. And also, we've got a community member coming up on screen. That's right. In about 20 minutes, 25 minutes time, we have someone that's currently in chat. One of our subscribers on Twitch will be coming on the stream, and we're going to ask Carrie and I are going to ask this person some questions about their spiritual journey. All right, let's check Carrie's audio now. No audio. No audio. Let me just check things on my end. No, it shows that your audio should be working. Man, it just, these gremlins keep coming. I don't know. Just soon as you reach down, like you dropped something, went to pick it up, if you brushed up against something, or it might involve a whole new reboot of your computer, maybe. Unless you go with just your computer mic, you try that. There's no sound. Yeah, no sound is coming in, Carrie. So you know what? We're gonna take a little short break. I'm gonna put some of the music on from our album here while we work out these technical issues. So we'll be back hopefully within a couple minutes. Go refill your beverages. Back in a couple.
There, I got it.
Oh, you got it.
Got it. I got it.
Okay.
You know what? I think it's a short in the wire. It's a brand new wire. Yeah.
Well, hey, I don't care what it was. You're back in a short time. We can hear you, and we're ready to move on. So,
Okay.
as we talked about just before you got cut off, you were going to just briefly talk about that writing workshop.
Oh, thanks. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for your patience. Now, Kelly Woodhouse and I have been teaching this class since 2013. Write and publish your book in one day. So if you have a book that's somewhere deep inside you, it can be your own book. It can be, that you're wanting to leave a memoir for your family, that you have a nonfiction or fictional book within you, whatever it is. We teach you every part of the basics, right? Not even basics. We go in depth. So we'll teach you not only how to write the book, where you're going to have your title, your subtitle, and all the chapters lined out by the time that we finish the course, but you're also going to have all the knowledge of how to self-publish, how to get it up online, what things you'll need to do, how to create your page, your cover page, and your back page. Also SEOs. That's what I go into, is how to make sure that you're going to be a best-selling book. Like my book, The 5 Lessons of Life, it won 3rd in the world for spirituality and philosophy. So how to enter contests, we'll tell you about that. And we'll also we'll talk about how to get it up and out there, categorizing it. The SEOs, how to choose the best SEOs. There's all kinds of tricks, and we know them. Kelly is an expert at AI, writing books with AI. She's written, 5, 7 books that are children's books with AI, and they're all bestsellers. And so she's teaching a whole new subject, whole new part about how to write your AI book in one day. And so we cover a lot, and it's well worth it. Again, $120 for one person, or 2 for 1 right now. So $60 will get you in. And the good news is it's recorded. So if you can't be there this Saturday from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. Mountain Time, Alberta, Canada time, well, then you'll have the recording for $60. It's the most comprehensive information about writing your own book. And one more thing, a nice bonus, is that I actually bring you through a guided meditation. And so in the guided meditation, you'll not only see, feel, smell, you'll know your book, you'll see the cover of it, right? You'll know what your book looks like. And inevitably, everyone else always has a second, a third, a fifth, a seventh book, so you're going to be introduced to your books, and you'll actually feel them, and that will help you manifest them that much more. Okay. So you got to come. Go to carriekohan.com, and on there, you'll be able to see the tickets we're showing you here. Okay. There you go. That's it.
All right. Excellent. Good. So again, we are on to the live readings part of the show here. If anyone has a question, please put it in the chat. And again, please avoid anything to do with specific financial or medical issues, as the public forum is not really the place for that. You in the back, you got a question there? You in the back?
Glenn was a teacher for a long time, so if I need to get his attention, I raise my hand.
That's right.
He's
Very,
anchored.
very polite. We
So-
like that as a teacher. Uh-oh. You're muted, Carrie. What is going on with your computer? Holy smokes. Let me see if I can unmute you. Yeah, no. You chose to mute yourself, it says.
Didn't. Can you hear me again?
Now you're back on.
I did not touch my computer, and it showed that I was muted. What the heck? Okay, someone's messing around. So, Nicole, you said, will my hubby and I stay together? And I pulled some cards right away for you. And so I want to, while I have these in my hand, I want to show them to you, okay? Because I don't normally address this with people. When people say, will my husband and I last? Will my wife and I make it through? There we go. I don't usually address that because what I'm looking at as a psychic right now is that it's the most probable outcome, right? And we don't want to address that. Am I freezing up? I think I froze up again. There we go. Okay, so basically, it says you need to start celebrating again and acting as if. You need to act as if you are in love again. And both of you, it has to be a sit down conversation of where are we at with our relationship? How are we feeling? And I really want to work on our relationship, not even work on it. I want to play with our relationship. I want to play. I want to have fun again. So let's have some fun again, right? And we need to heal a few things. And so I would suggest reflective listening. If you don't know what that is, I will be doing a course on that. That was what I was going to say, Tammy. Let's do a course on reflective listening. I'll put that out there because he's a really good man. And, there's a lot to be said there. You got to find the joy within the relationship again. You need to start laughing again. You need to just start loving again, right? So believe in the perfection of God's greatest plan, greater plan. There we go. Believe in the perfection of God's greater plan. Because I'd say that you're together for a reason. You actually have a really nice energy together. And if there's anything that is kind of going, I don't know, I find it so ironic because I was just talking to an old client of mine today. He's a world-renowned doctor. He came through my book writing program where he worked with me for 6 months, and we got his book out there. And it's Walk in Faith and Medicine, A Walk in Faith and Medicine by Dr. Kedrick Pickering. And so we talked today because he speaks about relationships with his wife, and the two of them talk about the sanctity and the beauty of having relationships that are solid. And they both were saying, it has to take the will, the patience, and lots of prayer. And you both got to be wanting it. So even if one is just wanting it more than the other, it's all right. That one can be so strong that, the other one will come on in even more so. Okay. So as far as you go, it's about healing right now. So whatever it is that you're going through, I think once you're healed, everything will change and you'll make that decision. Are you walking away from one another, or because it's kind of, got you bent, a little wrung out, and also money, I think, could possibly be it, but good dad, right? Good husband. So go is the word. Go for it or leave. It's really up to you. I would give it one last chance and look at reflective listening, though. You made a commitment, and I'm the last one to talk. My God, I've had a lot of breakups in my lifetime. And I think that's probably why I'm urging you to not unless it's abusive. If your life is at risk, if he's physically abusive, mentally, emotionally, then, you know, you have to step away. But if it's not, I really urge you, because gosh, the other side is not always greener. Okay. It's not so much fun out there. Just ask a lot of those single people, right? So follow your gut is what I'd say on it, though. Okay. Thanks, honey.
All right. Thank you so much for that question to start us off. Yesterday there was a really good exchange with Carrie and Noletta, and Carrie, maybe address this, because you were talking about cursive writing when Noletta asked the question. You saw her as very fiery, and you talked about a bunch of different things that hit home for her. And she said in the chat today, not only was that cursive a key, but also the wild cat comment. I have painted several lions and tigers. It hit me at bedtime last night.
Yeah. It was an amazing day yesterday. I mean, it one after another. And I actually said to both Glenn and Tammy, you know, if in the readings all of a sudden my eyes shift a little bit and my voice goes lower, don't freak out. Because sometimes I channel and I haven't really shown it publicly other than in Freedom Masters. I used to channel in Freedom Masters all the time. But yeah, so don't freak out. But yesterday I was really on a roll with spirit. I was hearing so much. And yeah, the cursive writing, I could literally watch her. You know, they needed her to write. They needed her to get writing on a regular basis, where you don't pick up the pen in between the words. You write and then you bring the pen over, and then you write and bring that pen over. Keep the line going, keep the flow going. And that's how you stay in alignment with Creator, okay, or with your spirit guides.
Okay. Sensei Don is watching us on Twitch. Thank you for watching us on Twitch. And Sensei Don, awesome talk from Carrie in regards to channeling. So thank you for that comment. We do have a question from Sandra. Sandra says, hi, Carrie, and then asks, what do the cards see for me in the next year?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot coming out here. Okay. So the first one, cash. Lots of money. So has money been an issue lately, or is it that you're wanting even more? Yeah, it's definitely a topic, isn't it? What they're saying is you need to look within. And so when cash is I don't want to say tight, but when it is something that you are feeling any kind of emotions about, whether it's exhilarated or not, it feels more that it's not, that's when you need to start looking in the mirror and go, okay, what am I doing to push things away from me right now? Am I pushing people away? Am I pushing finances away? Am I pushing, you know, and if I'm not doing that, then am I open? Am I open to love? Am I open to prosperity? Am I open to joy? And that's what it feels more of. So they want you to do more of that. They really want you to start to focus on that light within. You have such a beautiful light, hun, and you need to shine it even brighter. Got to go to that happy place. Start planning a vacation, perhaps. Start planning, you know. Feel yourself walking on the beach and feel the granules of the sand in between your toes, and feel that pleasure, because that's what it feels like. Is next year you're definitely walking on a beach, you're walking in the sand, because right now it feels like there's a bit of a dead end, right? And when you're feeling any kind of dead end, you need to start dreaming. You need to bring the light in. You need to start looking at what's great about you, what's beautiful about you, and then the money will flow. Okay? Beautiful. That was nice. I liked that one. Thanks, Sandra.
Thank you so much, Sandra. Next up,
Hey,
we
Cowboy
have,
Glenn.
you just noticed now?
No. Yeehaw. You should
Woo!
go to the Stampede.
Feel like I'm on one of those mechanical bulls when I'm doing a
Yeah.
show with you. It's like, oh, Carrie, well, she's all over the place. Oh,
There's no
Hmm.
sound. Oh no, that's you. You're muted.
Well, not this time. Not this time. Next
No.
up, Isabel. And I have to say, when I got to see Isabel on screen, at least, again, very vibrant. I could
Ah,
sense a vibrant personality. She was in a pyramid, I believe, on her
yes.
screen. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Isabel, if you're still listening, you're talented. Use your
Yeah.
talent. You are a talented
Well,
individual.
yeah.
Get your readings out there. Get your abilities, your talent out there. Don't give up because you, young lady, have talent. She does have a question.
Yes.
I would love a card, please. Just
Yeah.
a message.
Okay. So the card is those baby steps. You've got doors open for you. It's the same message that you keep getting. you know, you this week we are expecting for you to do some kind of YouTube channel. You got to put a video out there, honey, and you got to share your talents. You've got to, not got to, you don't have to do anything, but you're such a beautiful soul and you're very gifted. You're actually, if you remember, Isabel was the one that guessed the song right at the end of the show about 4 Fridays ago. We played a game where we looked for how psychic are you, and Isabel was the most psychic of all. She guessed both songs at the end of the genres at the end of the show. So you definitely have a gift, and we really need to get you through that. You've got to cut the red tape. You've got to start dancing, start realizing that you have this gift, and let fear go. What's holding you back? Fear. And darn right after this weekend that those doors, they're wide open. They're like, we just blew those doors open. And it's time to fly. Couldn't have done that better, right? Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So.
Okay. Another question regarding relationship. I probably a similar message, but maybe the cards see something different for Diane. How can I best keep my husband?
No, help your husband. How can I best?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a whole different question, Carrie.
You gotta watch what you read. And he is a teacher. He can read. Oh my God. How can I best help my husband? Okay. So your husband is feeling heavy right now, it feels like, and he wants to lighten the load. I would suggest a one-to-one session with me. 45 minutes, what we can do in 45 minutes. And I know he's probably going to go, I don't know, but let him know. Most people will come to me after they learn that I used to work with Tony Robbins and Joel Bauer and T. Harv Eker and probably all of the best, speakers on the planet. And it's inexpensive. I don't charge those rates that those guys do. So it's all about celebrating and finding yourself and just give it a try. You'll be the best investment I think he ever made. So that's how I believe we can best help your husband. I have a lot of men that come to me and a lot of first responders, a lot of, firemen, policemen. And that's kind of what it feels like with him is that he's just being such a heavy load at the office, right? There's something really, it's heavy. And so we need to lighten that load. And I had a lot of clients today and 2 of them were heading that way. 2 of them were saying, you're my last resort. Right. That's a pretty big responsibility. But I get it all the time. And if this doesn't work for me, I'm out of here is what I get a lot of time. Not to say that your husband is that way at all. No, not to say that. Okay. But I'm just saying that we do get a lot of people that have gone to every kind of specialist. They've gone to psychiatrists for like 40 years. And 45 minutes later, they're laughing and they're having a great time. And they're like, oh my God, I feel like, a different person. So that's what we need. right? And I think he just needs to have his heavy load lightened a little bit, and I can do that very quickly. He's going to have major breakthroughs with me. Okay, yeah, it's as simple as that. You can go to carriekohan.com and register there, honey. Okay, much love to you.
Right. My apologies for misreading that question. I was jumping ahead a little bit, so maybe I should stop reading tonight, and maybe Carrie, you should read this one out. Read this one out, Carrie.
Oh no, I can't stop myself. Not a hat. Last time he had the hair, now the hat. Tammy's howling over here. Oh, and you kind of have the curl. You look like a sweaty cowboy now.
Well, you know, all the work on the ranch, it's not easy. It's hot out there.
No, that's what Tammy does. She works on the ranch. He doesn't work on the ranch, ladies and gentlemen. She does.
Hey, I put a new battery in my vehicle yesterday.
Only because Tammy said, look, you know where the tools are. You know, and you were like, which tool do I use? I calling you.
The tech issues just keep on coming up, don't they? I don't know. Welcome to the Glenn Show. If you guys have any questions for me, please fire them off, and I will get to them as soon as I can.
Oh my God, we're stormy weather here.
Okay, Carrie, this seems like an appropriate time to move on to our premiere segment, and it's a joy to bring in our next guest here. One of the individuals that have been watching us since the beginning, has never teased me about my hair, my hat, my anything like that. So I absolutely love having this person on. And for those of you that don't know, this is a segment. Let me take that comment off because it's bothering me now. There we go. Okay, let's take that comment off. This is a segment that we wanted to introduce on our shows called Hello, My Name Is, where we get to meet you guys, the community, on our Tuesday and Wednesday shows. And this is open to our Twitch subscribers. We have about 14 subscribers on Twitch. We're going to open it up to those individuals first because, hey, they're paying some cashola to support us. So they get first opportunity to make an appearance on our show and get the grilled questions about their life. No, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. And today we have Hammer Bammers, one of our Twitch subscribers. If you want to come on, well, head over to Twitch. Tammy will put the link in there. Hit the little subscribe button and follow us as well. Don't forget to hit the follow. And then reach out to us. Contact Tammy at admin@carriekohan.com that you're willing to come on. We already have at least 2 or 3 more that are in the system that we will have on shortly. But yeah, we'd love to talk to you and get to know you and get the community to know you a little bit better as well. So before we bring our guest on, we got a little intro music, just short.
Oh, my name is, my name is, hello, my name is, welcome to the Mystic Compass Show. Let's learn a little bit about you. It's time for hello, my name is. Hello.
All right. And
that
hello.
is such a great song. Oh my gosh. I can see 2-step into that one.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Well, let's do a little 3-stepping with Miss Hammer. The Hammer Bammers is with us today.
Hello.
Hey, honey, how are you?
I'm good. A bit nervous,
Good.
but
Well, you were at our workshop this weekend,
yes,
Yeah.
Awesome.
and you look like a brand new woman. Woo!
I feel
Look
woman.
at that
Awesome.
smile. Got the light coming in from the background. And I believe you're from the Sherwood Park area. Am I correct on that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I didn't want to try and find another picture for this slide, Hammer. Thank you. Thank you. We got the Sherwood Park. Welcome to Sherwood Park. And for this segment, again, this is the first time. I mean, This is a premiere Hammer
You're a
Bammers of this
premier.
segment. First time.
Yeah.
So we
So
got
we
some
were
questions
asking
for you.
people, yeah, we were asking people if you had a spiritual experience and if you wanted to come on and share that spiritual experience. So we thought what we'd do is we'd ask you 5 questions about
Oh.
your experience, and then we can talk about it a little bit after, right? But
Six, so
and through it. Yeah.
six.
Oh,
Six
6.
questions. 3 each, Carrie, because I didn't
Oh,
want one
I
person to
thought
be
I had
more.
3. Yeah, I thought I had
You-
3. You
yeah.
had 2.
I have 6 and Carrie has none now. Okay.
Okay.
Carrie,
so-
you're first. Go ahead.
Okay, question number 1. So we're thinking about the first moment, however small or however big. When did you first realize that the beyond, the physical world, spirit, was actually communicating with you?
Oh, I've had so many strange experiences all my life. And I think when I was quite introverted.
Can you guys
Oh.
hear? Can you
Did
hear?
we-
Your
No,
mic
I
went.
think she just cut out there. See, just starting to talk about spiritual experience, and they said, "No, you
No,
can't tell that one,
no,
Miss
no.
Hammer Bammers." No.
Strange
Okay.
experience? Spiritual?
Let's see.
Let's
Let's
cut
see
them
if we
off.
can. Let's see if I can do anything on my end. How's that?
Has unmuted your.
There you go.
There. That's better. You're back
Okay.
on.
It just randomly mutes us. That's
Oh,
so bizarre.
It never mutes me though.
Oh, no. It has a thing against women, I think.
No, I mean, we're the ones that have the really interesting spiritual experiences. So,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess I can't really pinpoint to like a specific time.
yeah.
But
What was your earliest memory then?
well, I can remember before I even came here. I can remember
Really?
where I came from.
Wow. And so tell us about that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I got up from a sleep, and I was inside of this kind of 2-domed house. It was just like this white 2-domed house. And my partner was getting up. I was female and he was male, and he had some kind of sport racket, and he was going to go play sports. And I looked around. We slept on a mat, and there was like 2 little potted plants in the window, and it was very short place. And he went off to play, and then I heard this big reverberating shout cry, and I knew it was from Earth. So so then I was like, I was gonna go live, or I was gonna take a piece of myself and go to Earth.
Wow. Wow. That's pretty cool. So,
Cool.
and you've had lots of experiences. Sorry, now it's Glenn's turn.
Okay.
All right, Miss Hammer Bammers. So in your spiritual experiences, a lot of time people have constant repetition of a sound, of a symbol, of a number, maybe some music. In your spiritual experiences, have you ever had the repetition of either a sound, number, color, symbol? What was it, and why do you think that might be?
Oh, I think they're all kind of they go with something. Like when my mom passed away, I would hear Aretha Franklin's say a little prayer for me all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful.
it changed, I suppose.
And so, question number 3 is, after your spiritual experiences, what was the biggest change that you felt in your life? Did you have any kind of big epiphany or a big change once you started to have some of these spiritual experiences?
Yes. Well, I had quite a traumatic childhood.
Yep.
So it all kind of it was all too much with everything else I was dealing with. Like I remember being about 12, and I came home from school, and I chucked my bag on the floor, my backpack, and I heard this hiss, and I
Yep.
looked under my bed, and there was this like see-through red salamander under my bed, and it hissed at me when I looked at it, and it crawled back into the darkness and disappeared. I had like weird things like that happening.
Wow. Wow. And it was the spiritual. It wasn't an actual live salamander. It was like a energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
went off. Yeah. I've
Yeah.
seen salamanders. I've seen a two-headed salamander came in a dream, and it tried to come at me, and it hit glass in between me and it. And it was at that moment I realized I'm totally protected, because that thing, it literally tried to come at my face and it couldn't hit me because I had that glass wall. So
Yeah, there was
same
never
thing.
talk about spirituality or anything in my family, so I thought I was doomed. I thought something bad was going on.
Oh, I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that one.
Yeah, for sure, myself included. Like usually, you know, you're kind of alone in a lot of these spiritual journeys, and you feel a little different, and you feel a little weird, and you feel a little bit unusual. Next question. And
Actually,
this
I do
happens
want
to
to
me a
address
lot.
that. We want to go
Oh,
back to you for a second, Glenn,
okay.
because what I was saying earlier, joking around, that we've had the spiritual, you have been waking up spiritually and having so many spiritual experiences lately. It's been incredible. So, you know, I hats off to you. Like, you're really waking up and having the most beautiful experiences. It's been magical. It really has around the house here. So yeah, I just wanted to do a hats off to you.
Well,
There you
thank
go.
you.
Yeah. Okay.
Awesome teacher you are. All right. Next up, hammer bammers. Now, this is something I've experienced quite a bit, where you're in a group of people you don't know, around different people, and you feel like you've known them. You feel something familiar with a certain person, even though you've maybe never ever talked to them before. Have you ever had this experience, like you've known someone from maybe even a different life or beyond time? And if
Oh,
so, can you talk about it?
yeah. Yeah, I remember my kids were gonna go play with their pal, and their mom was taking them to the swimming pool, and it was the first time I ever met her, and it was like I'd just known her all my life, and she ended up being my really good pal. And my cousin
Instantly.
loved that as well.
Instantly, right? Yeah, it was just instant friendship.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Do you get premonitions as well? That was my
Yeah.
last question is. And have you had any instincts as to what's happening right now and where we're going on this planet? What are your thoughts about all of this?
I feel like I'm waiting for I feel like I'm sitting here and waiting for I guess everything to kind of implode and to start over. That's what I feel like.
Mm, mm. Yeah, you don't think that we can do something or before it gets to that state?
Well, I feel kind of like it's like the cycle is over and a new, better one is coming in. That's all.
Totally. Totally. Yeah. It does feel like whatever's being dominant for a very long time. Like you say, I guess it is imploding, but it's more dissipating. I feel it's more going phew, like it just
Yeah.
peters out. It's like the Berlin Wall. Like it was predominant for so long, and then all of a sudden, what happened? The wall is down and people are celebrating. That's what it feels like it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, you agree?
Yeah, talk about a reset coming. And we have
Totally.
moved into the age of Aquarius recently as well, and that is apparently, you know, a very positive, loving, bright light kind of era to move into. So interesting on that reset kind of mode. And the last question I have for you, Miss Hammer, is knowing what you know now and your spiritual growth, what wisdom would you pass on to someone younger that you might witness becoming spiritual or kind of at the beginning stage? What advice would you give to a young child growing up today?
Be open, be curious, and don't be scared.
Good advice.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because we had hid in the closet for far too long, didn't we?
Oh,
Yeah. There was a lot of shame for a very long time about, everyone in the chat's going, great advice, well done. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I think
And you had
coming-
that one ready. You had that answer ready to fire off. You didn't have to think about that one. That was well said.
Yeah.
Miss Hammer, as we close off with you here today, anything else that you feel is a message you'd like to get out there spiritually or just overall, something that you feel would be a benefit to people?
Well, there's something I remembered from choosing this life was we the higher souls will come in to do extra learning, and two of the things I chose were abuse and alien visitations. So like
Mhm.
thing that happens in our life is we did it. We did it to learn something from.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's the 5 lessons of life, right? You
Yes.
apply those 5 lessons in everything that you do and experience and see and feel, everything. Yeah, that's why we're here.
Yes.
Excellent. Yeah. And so you've had a lot of ET experiences too then, hey?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd love to have you back another time. Let's talk about ET stuff in the future, okay?
Sure
Yeah.
thing.
Yes.
Much love, honey.
Yeah.
Thanks
All
for
right.
sharing.
Thank you so much to Miss Hammer Bammers. As we send her out, she's got to do a little dance on the way. So let's put that song back on. A little bit of country.
My name is. Hello, my name is. Welcome to the Mystic Compass Show. Let's learn a little bit about you. It's time for hello. My name is.
All right.
Can we do a couple more questions? That was really
Yeah,
great.
we're going to get
Wasn't
some
that
more
lovely?
questions. Absolutely.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you, Hammer
Okay.
Bammer, again. That was
Yes.
lovely having you on.
All right. Let me just go kind of to where we left off here.
Yeah. I love getting to know our community and
Oh.
and realizing that we all have very similar stories, don't we?
Yep, we do.
Really cool.
And thank you to Cheryl watching us on Twitch and on YouTube again. Thank you for the
And
double
what
dipping
about
here.
Sensidon?
Sensidon watching on both as well.
No, new subscriber. Brand new
Oh.
subscriber today.
I don't know if it's I didn't
I
see
am
anything come in on
subscribed.
Twitch.
Yeah, 802. I am subscribed.
Oh, it's not showing on Twitch yet. Maybe there's a little bit of a delay there, or maybe it's on YouTube. He's subscribed because nothing's showing up on Twitch here. But
Yeah. Okay.
maybe there's some
Well,
sort of delay.
thank
But thank you, Sensidon. And okay. What a lovely day. There's a positive one. What a lovely day. It is a lovely day. I would love a message from my guides.
Okay. Things are going a bit slower than what you anticipated, but don't you worry, dear, because you've got lots of great things coming. A win, I don't know if it's a judgment, like a court judgment, but you definitely have a win coming to you. It's like someone apologizing, someone doing something to compensate you, unexpected. It's something is coming and it's going to open the gates for you. Yeah. You've really started to, I think you've been visualizing it for a while though, haven't you? You've been expecting something to go right for you, praying for it to go right. And you've got a lot of spiritual, support around you. So don't worry. You're good. You're on track. Well done. Good job.
All right. Thank you for that question. Victoria Jade, who is one of the first in chat today and sent a lot of lovely messages, has a question. Where will I meet my significant other and soon?
Yep. Okay. So again, timing is everything. And the more that you put pressure on, am I going to meet him? When am I going to meet my significant other? He, she, he. When am I going to meet them? It just puts more and more pressure on and kind of pushes them away. So we need you to stop focusing on what's not good in the world, right? That whatever happened in the past with a partner that, they looked elsewhere, whatever. Don't worry about that. You're going to attract a really beautiful person into your life. They are probably coming in with kids, maybe. Yeah, maybe. And you've got to realize that you have a lot of support around you. It's like the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost. So we need you to start praying, honey. the more that you say to yourself, the question was, when am I going to meet that person? Well, it's almost like you might as well say to the good Lord, oh, for goodness sakes, when is he ever going to come? He's never coming. He's still not here, and I've been there, right? So instead, we got to realize, okay, we're going to build, if he's on the other side of that water and you're over here, we're going to start building bridges, and so that you two can unite. And how do you build those bridges? You become the person that he would be attracted to. And how do you do that? Well, take the online course, right? When I get it out there next week and put it up for sale, I would do that. That's a good place to start. The other place is visualization. Get rooted. Start hugging a tree, right? Smell the flowers, smell the coffee, and put down any kind of digging yourself into a hole with negative verbiage. We need you to meditate more. We need you to visualize more. And we need you to sing more. Start getting up and singing, move around, get our album and start dancing to it, right? And really enjoy life. And when you're really, really happy, he will show up. He or she, whoever it is. I'm talking to everyone here, right? When you're really, really happy, that's when you're going to attract the right person. You're actually going to get out of the office and you're going to attract that beautiful soul into your life. Because he's waiting.
I think as you've always said, Carrie, don't try to pinpoint and have a specific, so tall and so old, and it usually doesn't work out too well.
No, you don't go to specifics like, oh, he's got to be blonde hair, blue-eyed, or brown hair, green-eyed, or brown-eyed, or whatever. You don't go to specifics. What you say is, he's emotionally available. He can hardly wait to have a relationship. He's single, and he's ready, willing, and able to have a relationship with me. He's just going to adore me. We are just going to bond, and he loves PDA, personal, displays of affection. Whatever it is on your wish list, right? Look at your love languages. Look at the 5 love languages and look at what yours is. And then decide from there, what would really make you happy? What would make you fly, soar inside when you meet that person? And then be that person in advance. Act as if you've already met him. Right? When you start pretending that you're already in love, you're going to attract lots of people in your world that will love you. Okay,
next up from Minerva, good to see you back in the chat. Anything you can tell me about my near future, Carrie?
I hear the doorbell ringing like it's really near. So I don't know if you have something being delivered or it's a message coming to the door. You need to start getting moving. You need to start getting out there and moving more and flying. Yeah, it goes back to dancing, gets back to the movement again. So when I hear a doorbell ring, every time you hear a ring, an angel gets its wings, right? And so that, I believe, is that you've got a lot of angelic support around you and the door is wide open. So get out of the door and start moving, start getting around. Oh, no, we have a short wire here. Cat's kind of climbing all around. I'm thinking, don't touch the wires. So anyways, just open the door and get out and start moving around. It's the same card that comes up. So they really want you to take dance lessons. Have you danced lately? Go out and get some dance lessons or take a new language lesson or, just anything to get out of that box. We make a box around us and then we sit in that box for days and days and if not weeks, right? Need to get out and go for a walk in the evening maybe, right? Just move is what I hear. Love you, honey.
Okay, Bluebell Rose, who inspired us to do a show on spirit guides a few weeks ago. Good to see Bluebell back in the chat. Carrie, I already asked about a month ago, will Pierre offer me a job? And at that time you said to trust. Do you know what month it could happen? And how does Pierre feel about me maybe I'm a little too blunt for him.
So if you're asking that you're too blunt for him, what I was reading at the time was the most probable outcome for you at that time. Things change. And especially if you're saying things, if you're being a bit too blunt, you can actually turn someone off, right? So things can change from there. What I would do is just pray on it. Just pray on it. You've got doors that are open for you, and Pierre isn't the be all end all. Will you still get the job with Pierre? Yes or no? Still feels like a yes, but it's 70% yes. It's not 100 right now. And you said to trust. Do you know what month it could happen? Well, again, that's pushing things. That's not following God's will per se, right? It will happen in good time. So if you're feeling pressure, get a different job, and keep this one later on, or perhaps speak with Pierre. But if you're being too blunt with them, like if you have to ask that question, I have to say that you're probably being too blunt with them, right? And so, this is like a tangled web. This is can't see the forest for the trees. This is like a tangled web where you can get lost in it. And that's what this question feels like. You could get lost in this. Your mind can play all kinds of games with it. Oh my God, did I do this? Should I? You're not trusting, are you? You're not trusting that he's going to offer you a job and it'll happen at the perfect time. And how does Pierre feel about you? Just trust that it's all good. If you're looking at Pierre for a relationship, or no, it feels more just you're looking for Pierre to, you want to know that you're liked, right? And only you can like yourself to begin with for everyone else to like. If you're feeling too blunt, if you're feeling that you're not loved or you're not liked and you're looking for it in someone else, that's not the place to do it. I would really urge you perhaps to come to a full session with me, or take the online course next week when I have it up, the Freedom Masters online course. That will change everything for you. And you'll get to the end of it and you'll be like, F it. I don't care if he offers me a job in 2 days or 2 years. What matters most is I'm really happy with where I'm at right now and the direction I'm going in. And I know that a job is coming my way. This is where we need to get you to. Okay. Much love to you, honey.
All right. Well, we haven't done a reading for Cheryl. And of course, Cheryl is a big time viewer on 2 channels with us. So Carrie, if you could draw a card for me, she would appreciate it.
Absolutely. It's the happy card. And Cheryl is happy. So, and that's not creepy clown. That's a happy clown. That's a really, happy in your gut kind of clown face. You've had a life of some control and, restrictions, and you're very good at putting a smile on your face and saying, okay, it's time to, what's good about this, right? What's good about this? I'm just going to get up and dance. I'm going to turn some music on and I'm going to change my state. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly. So it's a reminder to you, when I look into you, honey, did you get new shoes or something? Because I see you looking down at your shoes and I don't know why. That could either be that self-esteem or something is bothering you because you're looking down, or it could be that you got a new pair of shoes. But I see you looking down. And that tells me you're looking for something a little different because you're feeling a little out of the group, out of sorts. And that's all right. If things are a little twisted up inside, we need to breathe and you need to let go of all of that and welcome in the new person. So this can be a welcome, like, hey, finally you're here, as well as see ya. Right. And it feels more like you're saying, hey, people are starting to come into your life. Oh, yeah. People are starting to come into your life in a really beautiful way. So it's all good. Well done, Cheryl. You got lots of love around you.
Look up, smile, dance, breathe in the fresh air, and enjoy. And Miley is coming in. I don't think we've had a question from Miley before, but welcome in, Miley, if this is your first time here. Do you see my son being accepted into the University of Maryland School of Medicine in Baltimore?
Not initially. And it was, I shouldn't say that. Okay, so it's down a little bit. So 50-50 would be maybe. And it's just below that. So I think there might be still something else that he is having to do in order to finish that application, maybe. Or, okay, can we look at that question again,
Yep.
please? Yeah.
Let me just find it here.
Yeah. Okay. Do you see my son being accepted into the University of Maryland School of Medicine in Baltimore, MD? Is that a yes or a no? Oh, yeah, it's actually yes. So what was I thinking before then? The word accepted. So maybe attending. I think he'll be accepted. It's like a 70 to 80% yes at this point. There is something there though. And yeah, he's such a bright young man. He's a real go-getter, like exceptionally bright. And he's really quite like a dry sense of humor, underestimated sense of humor. He's a real dynamo. So don't worry, he's going to be fine. Is he a little shy sometimes? Or it's funny, I get both. He's either really gregarious or really shy. You might have two kids, and I'm looking at both. Yeah. So your son. I think he's going to do fine. Yeah. And if not, you might have like 2 or 3 offers, backups as well, because he's going to be exceptional. It feels like something distracts him for a while. And I can feel him going, oh, no. I'm not going to get distracted. But I think something distracts him for a bit. And whether it's another course or another interest in school, something distracts him for a little bit, but he'll be fine. And yeah, I see him at the end with graduation. I can see him with the cap. So he will definitely make it there. Okay. Yeah. No worries.
Okay. All the best to you, Miley, and your son. His personality sounds kind of familiar. Joanne says, hello, Carrie from New Zealand, from down in New Zealand. And Joanne would like to know, can you let me know what's coming up in the next 6 months or so that I might need to be aware of?
You got a big dog or something? I just saw a dog baring its teeth, and I don't know what that is about. Yeah. Music, singing, toning. You got to raise that vibration through your singing. You've put the brakes on something for a long time. And this next 6 months, is it that you're putting the brakes on, or should you speed up? Putting the brakes on, yes or no? Speeding up? Yeah, you want to start moving forward. You want to start getting going. You've put something on hold for a very long time, a dream, an aspiration. And so they're saying, come on, you got to create it. This is all about celebration and the creation of something. Let me just look at some other cards here. So these are my angelic sprite cards. And the one that comes up is success. There it is. So great success coming your way. Do I have my glasses here? Yeah, somewhere, I think. No, it's all good. I can read. It's all right, Tammy. Don't worry, honey. Okay, so success. It's a third eye. So I am destined for financial success, approaching every opportunity with confidence and enthusiasm. My consistent efforts and positive mindset ensure that I achieve my financial goals, and embracing success, I enjoy the rewards and fulfillment that come with my accomplishments. Thank you. My God, I love this woman. And I know you do too, Glenn. She's the best. Yeah. So anyways, that's success for you. You've got great success coming. And happiness too. Happiness is also coming up for you. Yeah. So it's in the cards as I drop them. There we go. Good job. Okay. Yeah. It's all about purpose. So I would sit down and write. What is it that you want to do in the next 6 months? And then put it forward mentally, because the world is open for you. I also see fitness. I don't know if you've thought about getting back into a really strong shape or condition, but that's a bridge that you're going to be crossing as well. Is really looking at and taking it slow. I mean, we're not talking fast overnight, all of a sudden getting into amazing shape, but it feels like it's a family effort and you've been talking about it. And so, yeah, thinking outside of the box. That's what we need. Okay. Good job.
All right. I was just tracking down a Facebook question. We do have a question here on Facebook. So welcome in those. Apparently, Facebook didn't kick in until 25 minutes after we started, but they're here now.
Good.
And this one is from Heather Bettamini.
Betlamini. Heather Betlamini. I know Heather. She's like my soul sister. I freaking love Heather. Yeah.
Well, Heather Betlamini says, "Hey, beautiful, and hello to Carrie too. I actually have caught you on. What do I need to know?"
Okay, so Heather is a true cowgirl. I will tell you. You know that hat you're wearing? That's authentically she wears that. Like that is her cat's meow. As a cat was coming in. Okay. So again, it goes back to baby steps. And my gosh, girl, you are spiritually driven. That's for sure. All the doors are open for you. You're going forward with great guns. So the schooling that you took and the work that you're doing, yeah, that's I see you taking a little bit of a recess from that and wanting to soar. It's the book. I actually see you writing, and maybe you're taking the course on this weekend, right? Yeah. You got a couple of books in you. Same one. It's baby steps. Take baby steps and start thinking about that, because your whole life story is a real story, and the triumph, the tribulation, the triumph that you had over all those tribulations. Yeah. So start thinking about writing that book. It's time. That's what I would say to you. Okay. And how are the kids? Right? They're all grown up. My gosh. Good job. Love you, honey.
Okay. And Cheryl's responding to your reading with her. I did, but the heat makes my toes burn. Clown always comes up for me. Today I seen a destroyed yard, but I saw the beautiful roses first. I just had to laugh.
There you go. Love it. Love it. Wow. And it's true. The clown does come up for you a lot, doesn't it? Isn't that funny? And so the clown is just be happy. Focus on what makes you happy and let the rest go.
How's your energy, Carrie? Because I know you had a busy day today. You had 4 readings. You got the show. You want to do a couple more?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
All right.
I only had 8 hours or no. 4 or 5 hours of readings plus another 2 tonight. So we're good.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, CSC. Hello, S from Vero Beach, Florida.
Wow.
Who are my guides and what is their message for me on my future path?
Okay. So let me sit back. Oh my goodness. Hello. You know, in the Aboriginal faith, we say hi, which is, it's funny. I went to a thing with Muji, and if you look into Muji, he's a beautiful soul, kind of a guru, I guess some would call him. And so he was in Portugal, and I went and saw him, and I went and asked a question. I was like, hi, and he would go, hi. And I'd say, no, hi. It was like, thank you in Greek. And he was like, hi. So hello. Anyways, I don't know why I'm telling that story. But okay, so Miss Vero Beach, your guides, you have 3 that came immediately. Okay, so one is not female or male. It's it doesn't seem to, it's like angelic. And it's just a radiant being. You have a male in the center. He's taller. and then a female on the right-hand side. So your male side is the left. That's the father, the paternal side, and the maternal I see always on the right, like looking at you. So it would be your left is the maternal, and your right is the paternal, being your father. But it's interesting because on your maternal side, there is a woman there. There's a shorter woman compared to the really tall guy in the center. Are they your guides though? They're here. They're like spirit guides, but you also have another guide that comes and whispers in your ear all the time. And this is the one that I would suggest you start working with even more. Very much here for your best and highest good. Now, did you just have a loss or something, or a move, or someone moving, or something's changed or is about to change? Because those spirit guides are close to you. And as you know, if you've been watching the show for a while, when I speak of spirit guides, if they're close to you, it's because you've just gone through something, right? And they're standing really close to you. So the male especially, he's right in the center. He's right behind you, and he has your back, literally. So you never have to worry about nothing. He's very much there. If they, what is their message for you in your future path? You got to start meditating more. You got to start speaking with them more, because you're very gifted. Is it carving or something, like with your hands? Maybe it's wood. I don't know. There's something with your hands, mechanic. I don't know, but there's something that you're doing, and I can feel they're like, please do it more. You've got to do this more. Building of some sort. I don't know what it is. Okay. Yes. A loss, you're saying. Yeah, I can feel that. And they're really, really close to you. So good news is that you've got a lot of love and a lot of support there. So don't you worry. The loss isn't a loss. It's just a loss to us because we don't feel that we have the communication with that person as much anymore. But they're still here with you. You know that, right? And so you need to read my book. I want you to go and order this. Now, in the States, I would do Barnes and Noble. And in Canada, I would do Chapters or Indigo online. Okay. You can do this, I think Walmart, or definitely Barnes and Noble in the States carries it at $14.99, cheap like borscht, right? This book will change everything for you after a loss. Okay. I promise you. And it won an award. Do you know this award? I always say, well, 1/3 in the world, but do you realize this book beat out like Simon and Schuster, Hay House, all the big publishers? Everyone around the world submitted to Reader's Favorite, and they do every year. And this is one of the biggest things that all the book publishers do. And my little book, self-published, beat them all out except for 2. This came in 3rd place. So all those spiritual books, it's a lot. Right? So it's worth the read. Please go and get it, and it'll help you with your loss. And God bless you. Much love to you.
Okay, we'll get to a couple more. I think we can do a couple more. Isabel, thank you so much, Isabel. Put a big smile on my face.
Aww.
And now after the show, I can walk upstairs with my cowboy hat on and do a little strut. And Isabel,
awesome.
when you've got your show going, please let us know and we can shout it out. I saw a few people here saying that they're going to subscribe to your channel already. So yeah, thank you so much, Isabel. It really means a lot. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, a couple more questions. And again, speaking of talent, I don't know which way is the right way here, but talent.
Oh, it's the other way. Talent. You're just pointing at Tammy.
Are you a rapper?
Yeah. Okay, so Tammy's talented too. You're painting.
It's the other way. This way?
You're pointing at your wife. There. Now you're pointing at me.
Okay.
See?
High five.
High five. All
right.
Anne Saboto is in the house, and so Anne and Maria and I go back a long time. Remember, we had Maria on the show, and she was my assistant, and Maria came and chatted just briefly, right? So Anne is like our trio. And she says, "Oh, so glad to catch you on here. You look beautiful." Oh, thanks you. Thank you, Anne. Let me grab a quick card for Anne because she travels back and forth internationally and she feels like her world is kind of upside down. There's lots of turmoil there. But look beyond that. Look at that tree, rooted, feeling strong. That's who you are. You are strong. So measure success differently, measure exhaustion differently, and realize that saying hello and goodbye to all those around you on a regular basis is what you've signed up for. And I know it goes back to saying hello and goodbye, right? This is what you're doing. Again, it's back to trees. So get rooted, get grounded, smell the roses, and feel it's like tree talk. I want to say to you, stand tall, strong, and yeah. The death card came up for you, honey, and I think it's like you're getting tired of it's coming to an end, right? The moving and all of the stuff that you're doing. I mean, at first it's really exciting, isn't it? All the international travel and stuff, but after a while it can get to be and I haven't talked to you forever, but we need to focus on dancing and having fun and what makes you really, really happy, because yeah, there's something that's you have the ability to change whatever you like, and just focus on the love, focus on the relationship and the love and the joy that's there. Okay, much love to you, honey. Okay.
All right, nice little reunion there with
Yeah.
Anne and Carrie. So
Yeah.
Carrie, I mean, in the past, you've heard of like comedy duo teams like I don't know.
Laurel and Hardy.
Exactly. Laurel and Hardy. Well, if we were a comedy team and our comedy team name was Giggles and Laughs, would you be Giggles or Laughs?
I'd be the giggler. You'd be the
I think
laugh.
so. Okay.
Yeah.
We agree on that. Okay. Giggles and Laughs. Welcome back in. Hi, Carrie. Would you please do a reading for me? Thank you.
Of course, GL. GL. See, I like that. Hey, GL, your happy place. Are you going on a vacation? That's what it feels like, a cruise or something like that. You've been contemplating? Yeah, I think that you're definitely leaving. You're going on a trip. Maybe someone new is coming into your life, and and it's a little while from now. It's not right away. Having said that, you're really spontaneous. You like to have breakthroughs. You like to just do things, right? And so that's what it feels like, is that there is a breakthrough coming. It involves even just a day trip to the beach. I want to say Victoria, Vancouver, something like that. But it feels like it might be even further away, that you're going to be going on this venture. Whatever it is going to make you happy. So giggles and laughs, I mean, that's what it's all about, right? That's what you're focusing on, is joy and love. And whatever it is, the artwork that you do, the creative work that you do, the writing, whatever it is, we need to get you soaring more and spread those wings. Let me look into you a bit more. Yeah, you got a lot of people coming around you, contacting you. New opportunities are coming. This is a really powerful time for you. It's like you're a magnet for new things coming. It was really dry for a long time there, and everything's starting to come for you. So it's good. Wish upon a star and ask for those, whatever it is you dream of. Ask for it to come true.
Okay, two more. It's been a while since we've seen His Highness, but His Highness is back in, and His Highness is giving flowers for all the ladies.
Oh, isn't that nice? Hey, well, and we were calling him His Highness. It wasn't until we got off.
Maybe that's why I don't get a flower.
Well, in this day and age when we don't know if men are men and women are men or whatever, it's actually nice to have a man that offers flowers for all the ladies. Real strong spiritual connection there. Yeah, you're a unique man, and you do stand strong. You stand out. You outstand.
You outstand.
You
Just get late,
outstand.
folks.
You outstand in the field.
That's where I'll be going after the show. Glenn,
No,
go
you-
outstand back in the field.
Did you see that? Oh my goodness me. And I didn't mean to do that. But anyways, you definitely stand out in your field, actually, is whatever it is that you're doing. Part of it is coming to an end. It feels like a new, I don't even want to say promotion, because I think you're self-employed, or you've got a lot of responsibility yourself, and that's what you've been carrying for a very long time. So I would ask that you breathe, that you start, you got to take that mask off and really let your light shine inside, because you're exceptional, and you just need to let yourself shine that much brighter. Yeah, you got to go for it, right? I love how the cards just pop out. You have to go for it. You've got the green light. So whatever it is that you've been thinking of, that you've been perhaps dreaming about, you've got everything going for you. You just need to stop playing so small, even though you're calling, your highness. You got to raise that vibration that much more, and measure success differently, because success can be getting up and breathing in the morning instead of, and I think that's what you are, actually. And don't worry about asking for help, because that's a big thing as well. The cash is really starting to flow for you big time, even more so. You thought you were successful before. It's pittance compared to what's coming. So yeah, you're going to do really well.
Cool. Giggles and laughs, one of my favorite names on here.
I know.
Giggles. I want to laugh just reading that name.
It's awesome. Isn't it?
Sometimes names just draw emotions from you.
Yeah.
Michelle Kimpton in the house. Hi, Carrie. Any
Hey,
card is
Michelle.
welcome.
Okay, any card. Well, any card. We're going to go from the 5 Lessons of Life deck. Okay, so compassion. You need to treat others with the same respect and love that you desire yourself. And I think you already do that. But it's just a nice little reminder. And accept the current situation and realize that you are exactly where you need to be. Okay, let's grow upon those ones. What does all that mean? Yeah, there's a bit of turbulence around you, perhaps, or no, it feels more like it's like removed from you, but it's around you. And being an empath that you are, you can feel that tornado, that storm, right? And you're changing everything, though. You've stopped buying into it. And this card came up twice. And instead, you're focusing on what's good about it, the relationship, your love, your love of self and love of others. You definitely have that. And respect. Someone disrespected you, and it's tough to respect someone that doesn't respect you, right? So the key to that is just get up and dance and go, really? Water off a duck's back. What would your higher self say about all that stuff that's going on in your world? If they're like naughty, or if they're smoking or doing something and just not being their optimal self that are around you, don't worry. The cash is starting to flow, just like his highness, and the relationship and the love is going to be repaired. Okay, so you've got lots of love around you, lots of guidance, lots of joy. It's all good, honey. Yeah.
Well, one more. And again, apologies to everyone who did not get their questions. There were some people that asked multiple questions, tried to get to at least one of them tonight. Carrie back on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Mountain for more card readings every Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yep.
And before
Friday.
we get to our last question, what's coming up on Friday's show, Carrie?
I don't know. What are we doing on Friday? I don't remember. You do this to me all the time. I have short-term memory. I got so much on my plate. Oh my God. Don't ask me what I'm doing even after the show tonight. I don't know.
Who's coming on the show on Friday? They're visiting us tomorrow. Here in the house tomorrow.
Oh, Anita. Oh my God. See, I'm blowing it here. Anita.
A long day, folks. Anita Jensen is back.
How many people have I met today?
Quite a few.
So Anita Jensen is coming back, and I'm so excited because we have news about Anita. Are we telling that today?
No, we'll
Friday?
tell on Friday.
Okay, I won't blow it yet. You got to come back on Friday and find out the great news because it is really spirit driven and given. Okay.
So Anita will be back. We didn't get to all the answers to the questions on crystals when she was on our show a couple weeks ago. So she is going to be our What's My Name?
Yes.
What's My Name feature? No, I don't think it's a new segment. I already forgot the name of the segment.
I don't
My
know.
name is, that's what it is. My name is. Oh boy,
Yeah.
It's getting late. Okay, let's get to the last question from Patricia. Hi, Carrie.
Well, yeah, and also Nancy Dolby just wants one card. Okay, stop allowing either someone else to control you or having to control the situations around you. You got to breathe. You got to let it go, honey. Okay, that's for Nancy Dobbin. I just saw her come in and say, "I'd like a card," because you got to crack the whip and you got to say enough is enough and get into that spiritual alignment. Okay, start praying, start meditating. Great.
Thank you, Noletta. Yes, thank you for helping us out here as we're on fumes at the end of the show. But we're loving it. We love interacting with you guys. This is fun.
Okay.
And Carrie, that was 3 cards, not 1. But let's get to the last one here. Hi,
Okay.
Carrie. I'd like to know, will I experience success and receive quality creative freelancing work, money, housing, opportunities, and supportive, healthy relationships? There's a lot there, Carrie.
There's a lot there.
Pick what you
Well,
want.
you got a big wish list, and rightfully so, because we all want that. Will you experience it in your lifetime? See, this is the thing about questions. If you ask this of your spirit guide, they would go, yes, 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 and yes. Because at some point in your life, you will experience success. You will experience freelance work. You will experience a healthy relationship, right? So you need to get specific with your questions. And I would get specific with your visualization. So we need you to get writing a letter to yourself. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have attracted the beautiful, healthy relationship into my life. And they're so lovely. They're so beautiful. And they've got everything about them that I really adore, and they adore me, and blah, blah, blah. Right. And housing, start seeing your house. If you haven't listened to Neville Goddard before, I would suggest you listen to him. He has a video on YouTube, and it is about how to manifest your dream home. Neville Goddard. Okay. And I would listen to that because he actually takes you almost through a visualization where you walk through your dream house. In fact, that's something that we can do. That's another course that I can create, because he doesn't do it in great depth. I mean, it's just like a 1-minute thing, but it got me really visualizing, where I'm going to live, and maybe the podcast that I'm going to do. And oh my God, Tammy comes and knocks on my door and says, "Pack your bags, you're coming home with me." And here I am. So you have to write, right? Right, Patricia. And that goes to everyone in this group. You want to have that healthy relationship? Well, then you got to write, because you know what? The healthy relationship is less about the healthy relationship and it's more about you. Yeah, look at these houses. I've had monster houses. I've had 10,000 square foot house. I've had a 5,000 square foot house. I've, 2,000 square foot indoor pool. I've done all of that. And now I sold my retreat center in Portugal. I had 4 villas there that were like, I don't know, 3,000 square feet each, huge pools, 4 pools, big fence, iron gate, security gate. I was living the life and I was never so stressed. So sold them all. And guess what I got in Portugal now? A manufactured home out on a beautiful big acreage. I have 6 hectares of land and I am off grid. I have a well and electrical line that's there. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And life is good. So, and we have cats that get into shit around the house. And, that's the wonderful part of life. So it doesn't have to be a big dream home like that for you to be happy. Oh, how to manifest your dream home. That's Neville Goddard. Oh my God, you pulled it up. How do you do that, Glenn? That was so fast. Well done. So go and listen to that. Okay. And I don't know if that's the actual one from Neville Goddard. It might be someone else that's taken his name and tried to put something in there, but you'll hear it's an old recording. He's from like the 1950s, 1960s, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good way of visualizing. Okay. That's what.
Yeah, there's a few Neville Goddard ones on YouTube, so I'm sure a lot of them have just taken his stuff. There's this one here, all kind of with that same message. So
yeah.
I did put the link for that first one, so go check it out.
Yeah.
Well, Carrie, give me a number from 1 to 3 because we got to get one more Facebook one in here because Tammy sent me a few more Facebook.
Okay. Let's do all the Facebook, all 3, because they've been waiting patiently a long time. Okay.
You did Heather already, so that's one of the 3.
Oh,
Next,
there you
Nadia.
go. Nadia.
Hello,
Yeah.
Carrie. My life has been hectic lately. What should I specifically focus on?
Yeah. You've got a lot of stuff going on around you. Okay, pen in hand. You got to make a list. You got to set the priorities. And health is a big thing. Is that health of a loved one too? Okay, so most people come to me for honey or money, right? And so either it's relationship or finances. If the finances is good, then focus more on the relationship. If the relationship is good, focus on the money. You can grow the money. You can improve the relationship. A lot of stuff going on around you. It's so chaotic. It's like you're running with your head cut off. And so I need you to breathe. I need you to stop and say, whoa, 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 whoa. I need to breathe. Okay. And in that breathing, you've got some books in you. Come to the weekend workshop. Let's have some fun together. Okay. This Saturday, go to my website, carriekohan.com, and look up Kelly Woodhouse and my workshop, writing your book. There you go. Learn how to write and publish a book in one day. It's only $60 each, 2 for 1, right? So 120 normally, so $60. And why don't you come to that? It's so totally different, and it really is up your alley. It's something that I think that you could do well with. You also, are you publishing or writing now? Because it feels like a syndication. Do you remember Dear Abby, that kind of thing? You're very good at giving advice, and that's what I actually see you end up doing. Writing like an advice column or something like that. It's way out there, but I think that you'd be very good at it. Yeah, because you stand tall and strong when everyone else is going, oh my God. You're very good at juggling everything, right? Without judgment. And when things are hitting the fan and things are dying around you, you let go of that load very quickly and you spread your wings and you soar. So yeah, think about an advice column like a Dear Abby, 2025. There we go.
Thank you, Nadia. Thank you. Thank you. Dear Abby, I remember that, reading that in the newspaper when I was young.
Yeah, we used to love listening.
Janelle finishes us off. One quick question. I love a card pull for me from Janelle Boucher.
Money, 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 right? I think it's unexpected coming to you. So I want you, it's like in the movie The Secret, expect the check, right? Go to the mailbox, and instead of thinking that there's going to be bills there, expect a check, because you've got a lot of money that could come to you unexpectedly. It's like His Highness. I saw money coming to him. It's coming. Yeah. So you might, is there shame about asking for help? Or not having enough money or something to that effect? It's all right. It's coming. And so I want you again to focus on the happy place, going to a beach. Maybe you're already going on a holiday, but yeah, money's coming, honey. The key is to read into your own future and plan. You fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So see your final outcome. Like, I want you to extend your vision all the way down to the end of your time and then work backwards. Design your life. And there it is. Yeah. So His Highness is saying he's trying to write 3 books himself. Well, then you better sign up for my workshop this weekend, my dear sir. Go to my website, carriekohan.com, and register there. It's recorded, so you don't even have to be there this Saturday if you can't make it. But it is live. It's recorded. It's like a webinar, but it's totally interactive. We don't have a lot of people in the class, so there's going to be a lot of time that you're going to be given, and you'll be able to chat and have that music going as you grow your books. So we'll have a book outlined and ready to go by the end of the day for you. Okay, I can promise you that one. So we'll see you on Saturday, to all those that are coming to the course.
All right, partner. I think that's it for the night.
Aw.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It's again, we magically hit that 2-hour mark, and then boom, we're done. We're so good at hitting that 2-hour mark. So a bunch of thank yous tonight. First of all, thank you to Kaylee for giving us some video and some pictures that we can show off. Thank you, Kaylee, if you're still watching. Thank you to, we got a new follower on Twitch. You may have heard that song, Never Gonna Give You Up.
Yeah.
Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Yes, that is the username.
Rick
Never
Ashley,
gonna give you up.
wasn't it? Wasn't that
What's
Rick Ashley? Rick Ashley?
Yes, Rick
Or
Astley.
Astley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
See,
Hey.
you remember, you're pretty good.
Not
Also,
bad.
thank you to Miss Hammerbammers, our first guest on Hello, My Name Is, with some insightful spiritual experiences from Miss Hammerbammers. Thanks all of you for your questions, your support, for sharing out our content, for buying our music, and a big thank you to, of course, the radio station. If you missed it earlier, the radio station, for the first time, CFWE, played our song at 7:27 Mountain Time. There it is right there.
727.
If I ever fall.
Mhm.
727. Yes.
That's a magical number. And can I just add one thing here? I see that CS or C Hello S put in a comment as well. They said, I know why you brought up the Aboriginal hello, because apparently I have ancestors that are native. And I was like, I don't know why I'm telling you this story of hi, and it didn't make sense to me, but it made sense to hello. And so that's the whole thing about being psychic. This stuff often doesn't make sense to me, like a door ringing, hello, right? And but it makes sense to you guys. So thank you for all of your feedback and saying, Carrie, you were bang on again. That's so wonderful to hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to end off with the song that was played on the radio today. So feel free to crank it up. And as Carrie always says, get up and dance. Please get up and dance. If I Ever Fall, lyrics by Carrie Kohan and a composition by myself. Hope to see you guys on Friday. Thank you, Carrie, for calibrating everyone's mystic compass tonight.
Much love to you. Bye.
was pulled beneath the silent tide. My heart beat lost, no place to hide. But in the dark I saw bits of gold, heard a gentle whisper so ancient and bold. I was falling fast, no wings to break. My soul was tired, about to forsake. But in that silence you came to me, a voice that said, let's set you free. You're not done, there's more to give. And in that breath I chose to live. From the depths I rose again, bathed in truth, was free of pain. Scars now healing in love and light, guiding me through the endless night. Your wounds are sacred, forged in flames. You came through fire, now speak my name. You held my heart when all was lost. Your love's triumphant when no fear or cost. If ever I fall, you lift me high. Together we soar, just you and I. From the depths we both ascend, where brokenness ends and life begins. No more guilt, no more shame, just love and light and a holy name. So if you're